All right, everyone. We are back. Back for the fourth and final segment of our marathon as we embark on Chapter 11 of the Black Book of Mordor. We started about halfway through Chapter 8 today. We finished 8, did 9 and 10, and the interlude. And now we are doing Chapter 11, and we'll see if we can do. We've got 9 quests to do in Chapter 11, and we'll see how much wandering around in the swamp is involved in these ones and whether we can get through it. Okay, let's see what we can do. In the meantime, before I forget, let's open up a new giveaway. Let's do another Signum giveaway. This time, let's give away, what should we give away? Let's give away an Anytime Audit this time. So one of the one set of the lecture recordings of the master's degree course of your choice from Signum University. All right, here we go. Wigan files for Chapter 11.
We find ourselves in a curious position.
The shade of Isildur was bound to the land where he fell, much as was the shade of Arvedui in Forachel. But here Isildur's shade was kept hidden from searching eyes by the arts of Golthava, the Maiden of the Gladden. Her sorceries made him forget, but as they fall away I believe his memories will return. He could tell us much of what befell him during the opening years of the Third Age, when he perished in the Gladden fields and the ring was lost. I and others of the wise have pieced together some of the story, but here we have an occasion to learn the true account, and I would not miss it. But this is not merely an academic interest, Wiggend, as important as that may be. No, the shade of Isildur may shed some light on another matter that concerns us most directly. I trust you have not forgotten the Black Book of Mordor and the dread Gurzul who seeks it. I have not yet deciphered all of its pages, but my study did reveal frequent appearances of the name Magoldir within its covers. Now the records show an elf named Magoldir served in the company of High King Gil-galad during the siege of Barad-dûr at the close of the Second Age. Can this be the same Magoldir? I think it may be, and the Shade of Isildur could help us learn more of him. I propose we return to Tolsen to speak with Isildur, but not alone. No, let us bring some others who also fought at the siege, and who might help Isildur recover his memories. I speak of 2 elf lords who have come to the Bjorninghus at this most fortuitous time, Elrond and Glorfindel, both of Rivendell. Bring them word of my intent, and let us all meet on the Isle of Flowers in the Gladden Fields, where we will speak with the Shade. Time for some, time to help Isildur at the Wayback Machine. Time for some reminiscence of days of yore. Okay. Hey, Glorfindel, oh, no, you're not interested. Okay, hey, Elrond. Want to come talk to Isildur again? Of all the questions we could ask him, do you want to ask him about Magoldir?
I expected these words.
For when I learned the Shade of Isildur remained bound to this place, I knew it would not be long before Gandalf desired to press him for knowledge of the disaster that befell him after the war. You tell Elrond that the wizard also thinks Isildur might know something about Magoldir the elf, whose name appears frequently in the Black Book. Magoldir, I too fought at the siege of Barad-dûr, but I do not remember an elf by that name. He cannot have been high in the councils of Gil-galad, Wiggend, or I would surely remember him. I know, right? Like, Elrond was Gil-galad's right-hand guy. How would he not know Magoldir? I mean, unless he was like just a foot soldier or something. No, that is unfair. Many were the heroes who fought alongside the last alliance of every kind. Elves, men, Durin's folk, and even some of the Holbudlan. Really? You're kidding me. Hang on. Elrond is just going to drop that bomb in the middle of a sentence and walk away. There were hobbits at the Battle of the Last Alliance. Like, stop the presses. There were hobbits at the Battle of the Last Alliance. Okay, sure. I do not claim to know each of these heroes personally. Magoldir may have accomplished some great feat without attribution. Even if he did not, to perform one's duty without the expectation of glory is still worthy of praise and remembrance. The War of the Last Alliance and the Siege of Barad-dûr that concluded it ended in victory, Wiggend. But there was sorrow too. The cost was high. Even if his memory returns, the Shade of Isildur may not wish to speak of it to us. Let Gandalf gird himself against disappointment, if that be so. You should ask Glorfindel if he wishes to accompany us to Tol Send. He also fought at the siege of Barad-dûr, and will no doubt be interested in anything the Shade of Isildur might say to us. I'm already interested in something that the Shade of Isildur said to you, namely that he was fully intending to hand the ring to Rivendell. Now, in that, the game is following the version of the Disaster of the Gladden Fields that's published in Unfinished Tales, rather than the passage in the Lord of the Rings, wherein in the letter, right, in the note, the memo that Gandalf finds, right, that Isildur wrote, Isildur says that he's claiming the ring, that he's going to take the ring to be an heir of the to be an heirloom of the North Kingdom, right? In the Disaster of the Gladden Fields, he has already decided to give it up. That is, he's decided it's too dangerous, right? I have to give it up. That doesn't mean he was going to succeed. It may well be that Isildur was only at the stage of, toying with giving it up, and not yet come to the point of doing it. Okay. But anyway, interesting that they're taking that angle, though.
Margot, dear. The name is familiar, but not for any particular deed or duty.
He was a warrior in Gil-galad's train, I believe, but one of many. I think I set him to scouting the reaches of Mordor on a number of occasions, but I do not know much else of him. Gandalf thinks the Shade of Isildur may know more? Perhaps, Wiccan, perhaps, but something gives me pause. It is Gandalf's desire for knowledge that compels him to pursue this course. He wishes to oppose the will of Karazgar, and he believes that uncovering the secrets of the Black Book of Mordor will prove crucial to that aim. But I do not know that I agree. Sometimes knowledge is buried for a reason, and bringing it out into the light of day only serves to reopen wounds once healed, to renew grief once accepted. 3,000 years have passed since the War of the Last Alliance and the Siege of Barad-dûr, but for my people it still seems near. I remember the grief of those years, and the hurts we suffered. What can be gained by dwelling upon that sad tale? Sauron was defeated, but at great cost, and not forever. I fear what the Shade may say, Wiccan. He was once the son of Elendil, High King of the Númenóreans, but that was long ago. He has spent the centuries since then in darkness. It must have left its mark upon him. I will go with you in friendship to Tol Send, but I urge you and Gandalf to treat carefully with the Shade, and to guard against sweet-seeming words. He is not what he once was, and I fear Gandalf may let the pursuit of knowledge blind him to that fact. Okay. I hear you. Okay. Boy, I'm glad I milestoned both of these places. Got a lot of mileage out of those. Back to Hultvis. Okay. Yeah, this way. This is the way I want to go. Come, Wayward. We must away. Actually, hang on. Stop, Wayward. I just thought of something. But I have... No, that's not what I thought of. I do have unused trait points. Hang on. Hang on. Let's see. Cataclysmic Shout. Oh, yes. I remember Cataclysmic Shout. That is awesome. I'm so glad to get that one back. Yes. Hang on a second. Where did it go? Hey! Okay, Cataclysmic Shout. Put it there for now. Where did my Hammer Down skill go? Why did it vanish? That was rude. Where did it go? Relentless Fury? Okay, hang on. Dude. Where did, It's Cataclysmic Shout. Brutal Assault. Where did Hammer Down go? Why don't I have Hammer Down anymore? Wait a second. Oh, hey. Yeah, it's gone. Why did it go? I don't understand. That's so weird. I had it and then it just vanished. Why would it do that? I'm gonna retreat. I know it's going to be a bit of a pain, but that was a really, really useful skill. Okay, now don't go away this time. Okay, flash of light. Tenderize. I really like that. And then I did light touched. War chant for sure. Redirect, though I keep not using that. Yeah. Disabling strikes. All right, buff up war chant. Bring on the pain. I don't understand why that was so strange. I just don't get that at all. Look, that one went away now. What? What? Now, I mean, I don't really care in this case, but whatever. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I just missed it. Okay, no, it's not about that. It was actually detraded, like it was gone in the trade. The skill vanished. It wasn't in my skills anymore. And I haven't the faintest idea why that happened. That was so weird. Yeah, I have no idea. Anyway, okay. All right, let me reshuffle a little bit. I want thrust here. Yep, I want those there. That's more or less right. What's this one? That's regular retaliation. That's breach. Whirling breach. protection by the sword. This is a fellowship thing. Cataclysmic shout. Okay, I want to move cataclysmic shout down here. Tell you what. Yes. Okay. Cataclysmic shout at 6. War chant at 7. We'll keep overwhelm here next. I don't need overwhelm and thrust because I can't use them both. And I like overwhelm better. So that's fine. Okay. I think that'll work. The rest of them are where I want them to be. Okay. What the heck? That was so strange. Anything else I'm missing? Or any new ones? Okay, right, there's Stagger and Brutal Assault, Cataclysmic Shout, Relentless Fury. Any skills based on a successful parry may now be played. I don't think I have that one in there. Let me put that out. Where should I put that? Let me just try putting that here. Okay. Good. Good. All right, now I'm ready. Whew. Because, like, Hammer Down, ever since I upgraded my weapon, I'm in love with Hammer Down. Because that's the one that's doing, like, 30,000 damage per hit. Yes, thank you. Okay, sorry about that. That's almost exciting as watching me upgrade my traceries. Okay. Let us go to... I now know the Glatten Fields like the back of my hand, so... You've loved Hammer Down for a while now, Hologrow. Right, well, so yeah, you see why I was panicking, right, when it vanished. Like, I can't have that. Can't have that. All right. There's Tolls. Whoop. More or less cliff. Okay. Thought that might be a kind of a gentler slope there, but that's all right. Thank you, Wayward. Back to Isildur. Okay. Who betrayed him? Is it someone we know? Could be the origin story of one of the other... what are their named? Ghoul, whatever. Could be that. A chill breeze disturbs the petals on the Isle of Flowers. Hey, Isildur, how you feeling?
We must learn what we can from this shade. Let courtesy guide your words.
Of course. For such windows on the past are rare and must be carefully opened lest they close for good. Okay. Hi, Isildur. So I get to conduct the interview? Yeah, let's let Gandalf and Elrond and Glorfindel just stand around and watch.
The bonds of sleep in which I was held have loosened, but some still remain.
Let's start at the beginning. Greetings to you and your companions, Wiggin. The bonds of sleep in which I was held have loosened, and many of them have already fallen away. My memory has begun to return to me, but slowly. There are still gaps in my recollection. But know this, if you aid me, I will do what I can to help you in return. I ask for only one thing. I ask for vengeance. Nay, not truly, for the target of my vengeance must be long vanished. I ask for peace for a settled mind. I cannot yet remember the ambush that brought me low and ended the lives of my sons, but I know it was not the work of orcs alone. I was betrayed, though I cannot see the face of my betrayer. I ask that you help me learn the identity of this traitor. The passage of time has brought him beyond my reach, but I will not rest until I know the reason for his treachery. In that I will take some comfort and find rest. What say you, friend? You tell the Shade. You will do what you can to help him. Well, that's a pretty neutral, like I'm doing a good job buttering up Isildur so far. Then my memory is yours, Wiggend, and may the empty spaces in my recollection heal and provide some knowledge that will be of use to you. All yours, Gandalf. Well, you asked the Shade about an elf named Magaldir, who fought for the last alliance at the end of the Second Age. Was it the last? He responds with a grim laugh. We call it the Great Alliance. We called it the Great Alliance. It took years. That's a great question. So, turned out to be the last one, huh? It took years to assemble enough soldiers from many different lands, and yet more years spent in fighting. We thought it was the end of the world. It seemed the war would last forever. He falls silent for a time, considering your question. I knew an elf named Magaldir. He befriended my sons, if I remember aright, and fought alongside them during the siege of Barad-dûr. Uh-oh. And there was another, too, a guardian, the same as you, who adventured with my sons during the last days of the war. Yes, let me tell you what I remember of this guardian, and through those words you may learn something of use concerning Magaldir the elf. But before I tell you this tale, you will first need to recover something. The orcs spent countless years delving in the muck of the Gladden fields, and they brought the things they found to their various camps in the area. Go to the encampment southwest of here and retrieve a weather-stained coffer from within the camp. Its contents will refresh some of my memory, and then I will speak to you of the guardian who befriended my sons and was allied with Magaldir the elf. Okay. Hang on there. There we go. Gotta get some exceptional XP going on. Still not gonna, take my foot off the gas when it comes to that. We can just spent a long time. I was chasing the whole time last year, and to actually catch up this year is phenomenal. Because it's going to be up to level 122 by the end of chapter 11. So at this rate, I'm guaranteed to be like no worse than on level in this chapter. And if during the course of this chapter I can get up to 123, all the better. Because I believe, right, that does the what do you call it, the Minas Morgul expansion up through the end of the Black Book, does that cap at 125? What is she throwing rocks at me? Okay, let's see. What are we looking for here? No, can't get through without aggroing all these dudes. So let's try this. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Okay, where's that coffer? Over here? It goes to level 130. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to need to be 130 by the end of the epilogues of functionally chapter 15. All right, I think it's going to be up here, so oops. No, I don't want to retreat. So I wasn't paying attention. I was watching my skills. Hate archers. Okay. A little bit on fire, but that's all right. Oh, there we are. Weather-stained coffer. It's got the Wendelmere in it. No, I'm just going to pick it up and take it back. Okay, fine. Let's go. Okay, so this one goes to 140, and then to 130, and then Gundabad goes to 140. Okay, and then what does Umbar go to 145 so far? Is that the story? Why? How am I walking in the wrong direction completely? Exactly where did that happen? Good grief. Well, the comforting thing, I was going really fast in the wrong direction, so, you know, that helps. Okay. Oh, 150 for Umbar. Cool. And turn on the jets. I said, turn on the jets. So I should be able to see like the aura of awesomeness coming off of Elrond and Glorfindel and Gandalf and Isildur all standing in one place. I mean, come on. Now let's see if this ruffian is going to charge the hill with Glorfindel and Elrond and Gandalf and the shade of Isildur at the top. Yes, she is. Hey there. So, you know, don't mind heroes of the ages standing around. Ooh, look. There 'tis. Or is it? Is that the place merely where it's meant to be? Aha. Okay. Great.
This is very interesting.
The half-orcs must have pulled this chest from the mud as they scoured the Gladden fields for treasure. Elrond opens the lid of the coffer and examines the items within. Old pieces of equipment, small trinkets, and time-worn artifacts of unknown value. These things no doubt possess some meaning for their owner, Elrond continues, but to the half-orcs they would have seemed of little worth. The chest must have remained in the mud of the Gladden fields, forgotten and ignored for many years. For many millennia, yes.
There was one such as you who befriended my sons. and fought alongside the Great Alliance.
At the siege of Barad-dûr, this box contained all of his possessions. After the war, he came north with us on that doomed road and died there. But I could say much of his story before its ending, and you may learn something worth knowing of Magaldir. As I speak to you of times long past, you are welcome to take as a reward whatever items you will. He was a guardian, the same as you, and he would be pleased for his possessions to be once again of service in the fight against evil. So I can loot? Fantastic, Isildur, this is marvelous. Take a close look at these memoirs of the Great Alliance, and I will speak to you of the siege of Barad-dûr. Okay. After Dagorlad, the Great Alliance threw down the Black Gate and marched into Mordor. I'm supposed to loot while we talk? Yeah! Okay, no, this is the memory. But victory would not come swiftly. The siege would last for 7 long years. Okay. Where are we? Dingarth and Mordor besieged. Okay. Gotcha. I remember this camp. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I remember. It didn't look this nice before. Ontamo. Hey. Hey, Ontamo.
You there! Listen to me, for this is urgent.
Okay.
King Isildur plans to return to Dingarth in order to inspect the defenses.
As the master of fortifications, the responsibility falls to me to ensure that the king is satisfied by the state of them. But that is no easy task, for Dingarth was the first encampment we constructed after the Alliance pushed through the ruins of the Gate, 7 years gone. It has been repeatedly assailed by the forces of Sauron and rebuilt anew following the worst of the assaults. Isildur rules Gondor with his brother Anarion, at the behest of their father, the High King, and there is no end to the worries upon which they must dwell as the siege drags on. King Isildur would not trouble to return to Dingarth if he thought our business here unimportant. He must know, as I do, that if the forward positions of the Alliance are pushed back, Dingarth will become our only foothold in the Black Land. To face defeat after such cost of lives and years would be impossible to bear. So I ask you to gather wood and stone from around Dingarth and patch up the fortifications. You will impress King Isildur with the sweat of your brow, and I shall impress him with my foresight and my leadership. Look, too, for resting soldiers and get them moving. To see such sluggards lazing about would surely offend the king's eyes. Go then, and see these tasks done. Oh, come on, that wasn't the Gleowina accent. No way, man. So just a faint hint of it. All right. Let's see. So much to look at. Here we are in historical Mordor. Boy, when the Gondorians build an encampment, they build it out of, like, marble, right? Okay, all right. There's the Ithel marks. Sure. Here's the dwarves. Okay. Interesting sigil. Okay, Gil-galad's symbol. Who's that? Círdan! Oh, look at his sporting a little, little chin piece. That is technically correct. Hey, resting soldier. You're just admiring Círdan's beard, aren't you? Yeah, come on, get moving. Seriously. Right, I'm the guardian whose stuff I looted from the chest. This isn't exactly a session play, though, is it? Okay. Yeah, you're right. I think that guard. So I can't like. What's going on here? I mean, this is a side quest, right?
I have orders for you, soldier.
No. Sorry, Kierden. Would love to. Really, I would. But I can't leave the path. I'm disturbing resting soldiers. Yeah, I figured the paper was another lore quest. Ah, who's this? Who's this? Oh, Sunburst, huh? An Aryan? Probably. Oh, this guy doesn't get discouraged. Oh, he's got a name, so he doesn't need to be discouraged. Radas. Right, that's the gate going up out of Dingarth, sure. Remember that. How many resting soldiers do I need to disturb? 6, huh? Then wood and stone. Okay. No, these guys don't qualify for disturbance. Who's this? Oktar! Look at that. Hey, man. You are so famous. He looks like a man with whom one should not mess. Oktar. Phenomenal. Come on, man, get up. I love meeting famous people. Okay, now I've got to go get stuff. Oh, the stuff is this way. How long am I going to be in historical Mordor? This is so cool. Wood for patching? Okay. Well, apparently I'm going to be here long enough to, like, use the milestone, so... And a stable master.
Look upon the battlefield. We shall soon be there.
Okay. Oh, what's this? Blazon of the Great Alliance. To Dor Amarth. Oh, I can use this to travel back and forth in time? Oh. So cool. Hang on a second. There was like a board over there or something. Yeah. Okay. Got some stone. Right. So yeah, so it takes you back to the present. That's what it looked like. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, there's another rock. I need one more board. There it is. Okay. Yeah, JJ, I wonder that too. I mean, I was thinking the same thing. If all of this time traveling, reliving, past lives and stuff is a conscious parallel to some of Tolkien's works. Yeah, it's seriously a wall between there and there. Dude, what is that for? Should what, to stop people from walking from here to here? There's not any point to this wall. Should I dig some holes and fill them in again too? Come on, Tomo. Waste my time. Okay, look at that. Now that'll keep the hordes of Mordor at bay. Well, we're all safe now. Repair the fortifications at Dingarth. Oh, there are 2 other exceptionally useful walls that apparently need fixing too. Okay. Let's see if there's any other, Let's see. Anybody seen a mostly useless one? Oh. It's the Hobbit camp. Oh, look at you. With your sandals and your face paint. Your headbands. Your dark skin. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Very kind of Native American vibe about these hobbits. I totally missed them. They're so inconspicuous, I ran right past them without noticing before. Okay, what was I doing? Looking for another useless wall to uselessly repair. That's what I was doing. Okay. Anybody see a wall that may actually benefit from repair? Oh, good. Yes. Let us block off access to that other wall. Yeah, this'll teach him. Oh, look at that. No good that is. You want to approach that other wall? We're going to stop you approaching that other wall by building a second wall. Much smaller and much weaker in front of the... Oh. This has a purpose. Because when people queue up in order to get into this building, some people would just come and cut through and cut the line, right? But no longer. We're going to make people form an orderly queue to get in that building whether they like it or not. Oh man, good has been done here.
You improved the defenses. Good. Good, and just in time.
I have received word that a patrol of orcs has been spotted to the south, leaving the encampment of Mok Shapat. If we don't do something about them and at once, King Isildur would be most aggrieved. Your work here is not yet done. Hurry to the south and slay the orc band before the king comes to Dingarth. Okay. Now that sounds a little bit useful. Hang on, south you said. South would be more or less this way, yeah? Okay. Let's see. I don't know who Don Adams is, JJ. I'm kind of... Oh, from Get Smart? Okay. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Perhaps an unconscious influence. Who are you? Blending in and trying to look like a... Oh, you're one of those things. One of those... I can't even... Right, a Hillbreaker? Okay, I didn't remember that name. But yeah, the, like, Yeti beasts. Sure. Okay. So here we are. Whoa! I was surprised. Okay. Now, don't run away. I'm just looking for... Ooh. A Sulak. We'll see how that goes. I didn't even get to use my good skills. Okay. Two orcs. Okay. Hang on. I want you. And then let's go over and... Wasn't there another one over here? Could have sworn there was. Oh well. Hammer down, because if I don't use it quick, I won't get a chance. Oh man. I am so over level now. This is awesome. Okay, I'm over level by 1. No, by 2 still. By 2. No. By 1. Yeah. 121 already. Okay, what do I need? Another brace of orcs. I'm getting out of orc range here. I love how they run. Okay. Hang on. There you go. I know you're excited, but I gotta get your friend. Just inviting your friend. There we go. Okay. Wham. Wham. Okay. Investigate the sound of orc voices far to the south. Okay. You think I should? We can do that. He looks like a toddler trying to get your attention. I agree. He looks just like a toddler running with something too big for his grip in his hands. You remember feeling over level when you got here too, Hologrow, and it didn't last? Yeah. I don't really expect it to, but it just makes a nice change after being... What, did I max out at 3 under level, or was I actually 4 under? No, I think because 4 would be red, wouldn't it? I think I was never more than 3 under level. But yeah, that was a little difficult for a time there. What's this banner about? Oh, the fiery eye, sure. See, this is interesting, to look at the Mordor landscape without Numenorian ruins in it. Right? Well, maybe they would, but most of the Numenorian ruins post-date the Battle of the Last Alliance, the War of the Last Alliance, you know. Okay. Let me get off the old horse here. I think it's going to be up there, right? Whoa. Look at all these quests available. What do we have? Dark totems? Disgusting feed? Hang on. I just... Let me do a thing here first. Okay, so what? That's where I am now, right? Bar Kazakh. So here, I got an opportunity to pick up a little more XP just by burning some totems in a place I'm going to anyway. The hungry inhabitants of Bar Kazakh allow no intrusion into their domain. Vile totems stand here and there on the hillside, their presence seeming to empower the wargs with an unnatural ferocity. Okay. Seems fair. Within each crack and crevice of the hills of Bar Kazakh, wargs feast on disease-ridden piles of mangled flesh. Okay. Alright, so since I'm going up here anyway, which I am going up here anyway, am I not? I'm not going to lose a lot of time on it, but this seemed to be where the quest was taking me. How many totems? 8, huh? Was that just loot? Oh, that's the disgusting pile of meat. Okay, so where are these orc voices? I don't hear any orc voices. Okay, I'm moving further away from the orc voices, so hang on. I mean, I get distracted by totems and slop piles, as distracting and indeed enticing as that sort of thing always is as a rule. The orc voices are coming from... I knew they'd come from up here somewhere. At least it looked like it. More or less on top of the orc voices. Oh, there they are. Hi there, elf. It's Maggldeer.
I'm afraid you have come too late to join the festivities, friend.
These orcs thought to do some mischief to the Alliance, but they were neither stealthy nor clever enough to escape my notice. They felt the bite of my blade and did not like it. I am called Maggldeer, and my sword is Orthidel. Dude, who introduces their sword on, do you exchange the names of your weapons when you meet? The Rising Star. I wield it at the command of Gogalet, and it has proven the undoing of orcs and evil men for the long years of this siege. My errand today was to scout the southern reaches and report discovery of anything suspicious. But if I suspect anything now, it is that these orcs should have known better than to come this far west. Even after these long years of siege, they still test the encampments of both men and elves, probing for weaknesses. If they think we will relax our guard, they are mistaken, and we will prove it ever so. It was a pleasure to meet you, friend. Return now to Dingarth, and relay word of this orc raiding party to whichever leader there has the command. These orcs have come to the end of their raiding days, and will trouble us no further. Now, since I'm here, I think I'll just do it. Wigand is enjoying being over-leveled too much. I'm going to end up fighting a lot of wargs, though. Alright, come on, over here. Okay. Yeah, there's a bunch of the totems right here. I think I've got most of the totems right there. Okay. I'm not losing focus. I'm just gaining a little XP while I'm here. Nothing elaborate. Nothing distracting. Nothing too distracting. Just getting a little XP here. Though 12 slot piles is rather a lot of slot piles. Do have to admit that. But ooh, haven't used that one before. Oh yeah. Hammer down. I need it. Okay. No problem. Got all the rest of the totems right here. Come on now. Nothing's interrupting you. Okay, tell you what. Let's compromise. I'll finish the totems because they were easy, but I'm not going to hunt for all the slot piles because that will take too long. Like 1,000,000 XP for that. Just those 8 totems. Okay. I just literally shouted 2 of them to death. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where am I? All right, so we're heading back, which means, boop, little milestone action. I'm already almost a third of the way through this chapter. Of course, it's also 11:30. Okay, where are we? Here we are, on Tomo.
What can you say of the orcs? Dead?
Good, but it does not matter. Antamo scowls and clenches his fist. Isildur has chosen not to come to Dingarth. This was my opportunity to impress the King of Gondor with my maintenance of the defenses, and now it has come to naught. I spoke of Dingarth's importance to the Great Alliance, but it seems Isildur does not agree after all. Instead of a personal visit, he has sent his sons to assess the defenses. His sons only. They can bestow neither land nor title, not where their father lives. Bah! Antamo, seriously, get a grip. Antamo's disappointment. Oh, your disappointment is pretty good, though. Wow, your disappointment is a helmet with twice as much armor as, yeah. I'll take it.
This disrespect cannot stand.
Can too. If the king chooses not to meet with me himself, why, I shall extend the same discourtesy by not meeting with the sons he sent in his stead. Seriously? Yeah, like the crown prince of, you know, what the high prince or whatever his title would be of Gondor, you're going to be like, whatever, not worth my time. Ridiculous. You meet with them, Guardian. I find myself otherwise engaged and cannot spare the time to meet with 3 unproven striplings, sons of the king though they be. One of them stands yonder. Do you see him? He is to the northeast, dressed in green. See what he wants, and why his father could not deign to visit us himself. Okay. Northeast, which would be more or less the opposite of south. Okay. Dressed in green-ish. There are hints of green. Okay, no, I got you now. Who's this? Veamakil. Veamakil, right. All right, Veamakil. Hang on, I gotta... First of all... Oh, yeah. Next... What else was I gonna do? So, oh yeah. We're getting there.
Yes? Ah, thank you for the welcome.
But I must ask you not to use that name. What, Veamakil? At our uncle's request, my brothers and I have agreed to take on false names in order... Oh, no, Veamakil. I didn't think Veamakil was your name. I was confused there for a second. I was like... Because I don't remember offhand all of the names of Isildur's kids. I don't think I could recite them. So I was like, maybe I'm misremembering, but I was pretty sure there was not one with a Makil ending. Okay, right. You may call me Veamakil, and if I do not respond to it, keep trying until I do. One day I will no doubt be used to the name, and when that day comes, the war will be over, and there will be no further need to take these precautions. Veamakil laughs and nods in the direction of Ontamo, who is poorly attempting to hide his scowls. When the siege was still young a few years back, one of my brothers met with Ontamo. The description he conveyed of him was not kind. He is a fawning little man, more concerned with his own elevation than with the good of the kingdom, he told us. From that day forth it has amused me to ensure he never gets the ear of my father or my uncle. See how he stews. This siege seems endless, and jests are in short supply. We must find them where we can. I like you, my new friend. Let us take a meal first, and then my brothers and I will conduct our inspection. Honestly, there is little need for it. If the alliance is pushed back from its forward encampments, we will have more problems than a well-defended Dingarth could solve. Let me know when you are ready to take a meal and sit with my brothers. Elendur, Aratan, and Kirian. And Vilander. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Edith. Yes. Yeah. They're names that I would recognize and pick out of a crowd, but I wouldn't have been able to recite them.
This siege has lasted for years. It can wait for one meal.
I'm guessing this is probably Aratan, maybe Kirian. Are you ready? Then let us find my brothers and sit for a time before we conduct the inspection. Okay, sure. Oh, we get a picnic instance.
Much longer than anyone expected or hoped.
Okay. Well, sure. My youngest brother Valandil was born in Rivendell, and he remained there with my mother when we returned to Gondor in the war. I have not seen him since we departed, and he was a lad of just 4 years. Why, he must be nearly 11 now. A pox on this everlasting siege. He will be a man grown by the time I see him again. The rest of my brothers have each seen battle during the long years of the siege, and they have acquitted themselves most admirably. 2 of them have come to me in Dingarth and will be happy to meet you. The third will be still at the Black Gate, I expect. Time for the picnic. My true brother has taken the name Ornaher for purposes of secrecy. My foster brother's name is Tarandil. Your foster brother, huh? Hail, my brothers. My friend will be joining us tonight. Foster brother, huh? My brother told you I am to be called Ornaher. Very good, very good. He cannot always be trusted with serious matters, for he is prone to jests and flights of fancy. But it is good to find he has not endangered our well-being. Not on this day, at least. The siege has dragged on for so many years it becomes difficult to remember what life was like before we came to be encamped within Mordor. Every semblance of a normal life fades, replaced with the deeds we accomplished in the war. Hearken to this. While our brothers fought at Dagorlad, Veamekil and I marched to Imlad Ithil. Imlad Ithil. Morgul Vale. Ithil Vale, rather. Alongside other soldiers of Gondor and fought to drive the orcs from the valley. And yet, if you ask me of my life before the war, I would find myself quite tongue-tied. Now there is only battle and waiting. To speak true, there is more waiting now than battle. I do not have the stomach for sieges. My life before the siege seems so distant now. Understandable. So, Tarendil, you are the foster brother, which gives me a bad feeling. I'm sure the foster brother couldn't be the traitor. Ornaher says he cannot remember life before the siege. I know it was years ago, but that still seems a foolish thing to say. I cannot agree with him. Were he my brother by blood, perhaps it would be different, but it is not so. He and the other sons of Isildur are my foster brothers. For the king took me to foster following our arrival on the shores of Middle-earth. But I did not come here to argue with them or with you. I came here to eat, and I suggest we commence that undertaking with no further delay. Okay, so he's just a random Númenorian foster brother? Surely we're not going to stand here all night? No. I wasn't. I'm sitting. You're all waiting for me? How polite. Has there been any news from Meldoran at the Black Gate? That's probably Elendor. Not for some days, but he has always been lax with letter writing. Though I have to admit that this false name thing is kind of mean. He could have sent a messenger. That would take little effort. I mean, like, it's hard enough to remember their normal names. Hush, Tarandil. If you seek news, I have some for you. More men have gone missing from camp. That is nearly a dozen this month alone. Deserters? Why should their courage fail now and not earlier? Their courage should have failed long ago. I would not think cowardice could lie hidden for long in this land. Mayhaps not, but do you know what Ornaher thinks? Well, do not bandy this about, but I think these soldiers were not deserters. I think they might have been abducted. What, spider food? That's ridiculous. Do you think Sauron snuck into the camp and whisked them away? I approve of snuck. No need for that. He has servants aplenty to do his bidding. If they possess such stealth, they would simply murder us in our sleep. Like the missing guys. They are murdering you in your sleep is the point. My wine jug is empty. It needs filling if I am to listen to more of this foolishness. Boy, this guy is just like Mr. Negative, right? He is more cross than usual. Yeah, so he's not usually this charming. It is nearly his birthday. Oh, does that make him cross? Oh, I should have mentioned it to our new friend. It slipped my mind. Tarendil is our foster brother. No, you did mention that, but you didn't say who his parents were. He marks his birthday as the day our father Isildur chose to foster him. Okay. Now I really want to know who his parents are. Remembering his old life and his old name are painful to him. Oh, come on, stop teasing me. His family died with Númenor. Father has told us some of the story. Okay. Anybody we know? Probably not. We don't know very many by name. But you should not speak of it to him. Speak of what? And to whom? Your lack of a woman, Tarandil. Oh, ouch. That's a safer topic? Always do you jest at my expense. We have offered to find you a brave woman to marry before the war is ended. She has to be very brave to marry him, you're suggesting? And I tell you I need none. Find them for yourselves first. Honeric Hundred Slayer of the Thuida has a number of daughters. Is the number 3. See how they make mock of me. I like that. Is the number 3. Okay. All right, Tyrandil. So what's your problem here? They do not make merry at Melderon's expense. It seems I am always to be the subject of their taunts. Were I their true brother, you think they wouldn't tease you? No, Tyrandil, that is not it. You are our true brother, fostered or not. Aye, our true brother as much as Melderon or young Valandil. We do not speak so to Melderon, for he is the eldest of us. Nailed it. Elendor is the one at the Black Gate. I am older than you two. I was born in Numenor as neither of you were. And yet your birthday is after that. Truly a feat. Let it go, Veamakil. Why don't you tell our new friend what Melderon told us about the Black Gate? Yeah, it is a good idea. Whoop. Oh, we're standing on a box. While Ornaher and I proved our worth in Imlad Ithil, our brothers fought at Daggerlad. Despite grave losses, the combined forces of elves and men pushed on to the Black Gate. From the southern flank, Melderon beheld the great sealed doors and despaired. This is awesome. But lo, High King Gilgalad of the elves came forth, and he stood ahead of the armies. 2 elves stood beside him. 2 elves. One was Círdan. The other is named Elrond, I believe. Oh, yeah. I think I heard of him. Yes, Elrond and Círdan. They stood before the gate, speaking quietly with their king. Then they brought that Glorfindel chap up. Then Gilgalad strode forth, and he raised his arms. Suffused with power, he blazed like the light of the stars. Okay. From one hand leapt a storm of wind, from the other roared a pillar of flame. Really? Pillar of flame, you say? Beneath this combined assault, the Black Gate was rent to splinters and dust. Oh, Gilgalad just blasted the Black Gate open? That is so boss. And so the Land of Shadow was unveiled at last. He just opened it like a can opener? Veamakil exaggerates the story somewhat, but only somewhat. In its broad strokes, that is much as Melderon conveyed it to the two of us. Likely it was some feat of elf magic that destroyed the gate, and has Tyrandil not affirmed that that was the way of it? I don't know, did he? But who are the new arrivals? I beg your pardon, sirs. I beg that you will take no offense, for I do not mean to disturb the noble ones, but the boys of my company were hoping to find out if they knew anything recent of the Gazab Boron. Men such as they are cannot sometimes hear things sooner than the rest of us is all. Do they know what happened to the men and dwarves that went to face the Gazab Boron? The Gazab Boron? We are in the dark as you are, friend. Gazab Boron, the storm of wrath, a vast Easterling horde sworn to Sauron. Thanks for the explanation. It may be vast, but it is far away. What of the dwarves and men that went to face it? Has there been no word? It's an eventful picnic. Not that I have heard, but fear not. They must return soon, triumphant. Oh, must they? Thank you, my lords. No problem. Hey, okay, oh, by the way, so don't forget, we're doing a drawing currently for a free anytime audit. a free collection of the lecture recordings of any one of our grad classes. So, don't forget to enter the raffle. Hey, Dressnake, I'm almost done. Well, that's not true. I'm getting there. How about that? Getting there. Probably about an hour. About an hour-ish. Yeah. Rosie, you've given up on sleep. Yikes. What is it, 4:40 out there? You're up early. I give you the advice I gave to him. Do not despair. The rune hoth that make up the Chazab Boron were to be a threat to us. They would have... If they were to be a threat to us, they would have arrived by now. The Longbeards and the Tiuda, and the Tiuda will defeat the Storm of Wrath and return in victory. Their fighting prowess is well known, and their forces cannot match them. Who are the Tuida? Can't wait to meet them. It is not the fate of King Durin to be slain by Easterling warriors, and I dare say Huneric Hundred Slayer will need a new epithet once his victory against the Horde is complete. Fear not. Word must soon arrive of the storm's defeat. It will be any day now, perhaps in time for Tyrandil's birthday. Oh, that's the ominous end, is it? No doubt. It is probably time for us to begin the inspection. Let us see if Dingarth's defenses remain secure. Oh, you will be very pleased by that, I assure you, especially after the heavy fortifications I've added. Okay, there's Tyrandil, who is almost certainly not the traitor.
Dingarth is as prepared as it needs to be.
As much as I would enjoy reporting the defense is insufficient, if only to see Antamo squirm, I cannot. Dingarth is as prepared as it needs to be. I presume that is your doing? Of course it is. Obviously. I have taken a liking to you, friend. What say you to returning to Adambel with us? You will find the company much more pleasing than here at Dingarth, and I know my brothers will not object. There is one thing, however. You should think of a birthday present to give to Tyrandil, and bring it with you when you come to Adambel. Ask him what he wants. A birthday present? Okay, where is Adambel? Oh, down there, right. Echad in Ethel, right? And there's the Barad-dûr. Sure. This is great. Okay, so hang on. I'm gonna remove temptation there. Okay. All right, Tyrandil, what do you say? What do you want for your birthday?
I don't want anything, really.
Actually, if you can get Veamakil to remain silent for even 5 minutes, I would consider that the worthiest of birthday presents. Okay.
He's always like this. Tyrandil never wants anything.
Well, I won't allow him to get away with it this time. He is my foster brother, and he is going to have the finest of birthdays, with the very best presents. What do you think, my new friend? Give me your hand on this, and we will see it done. Veamakil stands up straight and gives a shout, which causes nearby soldiers to look up in alarm. I've got it! We're going to give my foster brother the only thing he truly wants. We're going to give him an end to the war. Let us do what we can to bring... This just occurred to you, right? Like, I know, like, so you just hadn't decided to end the war yet? Is that you didn't have enough of a reason, right? But birthday present for your brother, that pulls the trigger, does it? Let us do what we can to bring an end to this endless siege of Mordor. That will make for the very best present, will it not? Like every good plan, this will take some doing. Yeah, you know. Okay. Go slay some orcs and some wargs and collect trophies from them. We can deliver them to Tyrandil at the encampment of Adambel and tell him they are just the first part of his birthday present. He will love it, trust me. Oh, this is a great plan. Your birthday is tomorrow, and nobody even thought to get you an end of war hologram? Well, happy birthday, by the way. Happy almost birthday. Okay, so I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna kill a bunch of orgs and warks. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Collecting on more crafting items I will probably not use. No, I said, here we go. And now, oh, what, I got a new deed? Respected in the Great Alliance. That's going to take some doing. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go out on foot because I'm going to be hunting as I go, you see. Orcs and wargs. Let's see. On the way to Autumnbell. Oh. Warg number 1. Warg number 2. Warg number 3. Okay. Wow, I only need 4? Oh, man. Oh. Hark. Oh, 2 orcs right close together. Nice. Okay. There's another one. There's another 2. There's another 3. Great. And you. You. And you. Okay. I only got to use 2 fighting traits? I don't know how I'll grow. Still feeling pretty over level here. Oops, hang on. Last one of the evening, I think. There's the 1 warg I need. How many more orcs? 3? Where'd the warg go? He was right here. Oh, there he is. Okay. Oh, fine. He's like running way away. Fine. Never mind. Never mind. I don't want to fight you anyway. You were boring and lonely. Man, are those things ugly. Ithil Skarn, huh? It's pretty nice looking. Gotta find some more orcs. Still need what? 3 of those? Where are they all? Ah, not here. Okay. Well, that makes a little more sense. What is that? A mouse? A squirrel? A wormling. Oh, right. I remember the wormlings now. They're kind of cute. I mean, in a, like, disgusting naked albino rat kind of way. Zach, when will my next Wigan stream be? About this time next year, probably. I keep threatening to do another marathon to kind of keep moving through the epic, but I never really get there. Come on. Why can't I select this guy? Alright, seriously, how hard was that? Okay. Got Tyrondale's initial present. Okay, yes, let's close the giveaway. Close the giveaway for an anytime audit. A collection of the lecture recordings of any one of our Signum grad classes that you like. Subtlety Secret Simon Tam. Okay. Well done, Dr. Tam. Congratulations. So what you have to do, send an email to info@signumu.org, and our door ward will help you to obtain your prize. Congratulations. Am I going the wrong way? Where am I? Oh, that's the wrong road, but okay. This trip to Mordor would be even cooler if not for the fact that it's been like 2 years since I saw any of these places in the, New Mordor, where all of these are just ruinous. Okay. Tyrondale nods in greeting as you approach. Ooh, who's that? Isildur! The man himself. Looking much more bearded. An axe, huh? I was guessing from the crown, as it, looks like, Aragorn's crown.
I told you I wanted for nothing, friend.
Or at least nothing in your power to give. Why should Tyrondale ask for aught when the war shows no sign of stopping? Give me an end to the siege, and I will measure it my finest birthday since the war began. But even that would bring little comfort to my heart. These years have been hard, and one good day cannot balance out the rest. The Amekil thought I would want these trophies for a present. They smell terribly, but I tell you true that my brother usually smells much worse. Be not offended if I cast them into a fire and rid the soldiers here of their stench. It is a pity that Vaamekil's odor cannot be cleansed so easily. Uh-oh, now I'm in trouble with King Isildur.
Do not encourage my sons in this foolishness, or you will risk my anger.
Oops. Oh man, I'm getting dressed down by the king. I have taught them the importance of an even temperament and a steady hand, for my sons are of a king's lineage, and a ruler has no time for jest. If you are a friend to them and to me, you will remind them of this from time to time. Tyrande is mine to foster, and while he is not in the line of kings, he is still dear to me. I deal with him as I deal with my sons, and it is my hope that he will prove a good example to them, and guide them on their path wherever it leads.
I cannot blame them for relaxing their guard.
Yes, 123. When first we pushed through the ruins of the Black Gate with the vanguard, it seemed victory was near, and Sauron must surely abandon the fight. Yet it was not so. He hid within his tower, sealing the door against us, and he has not been seen again. Days turned to weeks, weeks turned to months, and then at last we measured the time in years. The siege seems without end. Sauron is trapped in his tower, and though his servants test us from time to time, the Dark Lord seems content to outlast us, or at least to make the attempt. I would rather he face us in battle, and put an end to this endless waiting. Is it any wonder that the idleness causes my sons to chafe, sharpening their tongues and not their weapons? It is difficult to remain alert when combat with the enemy is merely a memory. Our swords untested, our shields unbattered. Perhaps Sauron makes us wait in the hope that we will grow tired and abandon the cause. If that be so, he is more fool than we thought. We will wait as long as necessary. Okay, so... whoop. Oh, and a guest cameo appearance by the Shade of Isildur.
Alas, I now know what I did not know then.
Sauron did not hide from us out of fear, and he did not think to outlast us with time alone. Nay, it was with purpose that he waited in Barad-dûr, biding his time. He knew it, we did not. The Chazab-Boran had won a decisive battle against the armies that had gone to face it. Even now the storm of wrath moved in the direction of Mordor, chasing the defeated Teuda and Longbeards before it. Sauron needed do nothing but wait for the Runhoth hordes to arrive, and wait he did, secure in his tower and confident in his victory. And confident his victory would arrive with the storm. We knew not what approached, and we let the long years of the siege lull us into complacency. We would learn our mistake before long, but that is further ahead in my tale. Okay. Pretty cool. Now, this is obviously before the battle on the slopes of Mount Doom, so Elendil is still alive, so Isildur is called king, but he's not High King.
We need sharp blades and sturdy armor if we are to be prepared.
It has been some time since Sauron sent his orcs against us, but they may return at any moment. We must be ready with sharp blades and sturdy armor prepared to turn aside their attacks. Find a crate of whetstones somewhere here at Andambel by the campfires to the north, and deliver its contents to idle soldiers throughout the encampment. Remind them of the need for weapons clean and sharp, and see that they heed my warning. Do not forget to give whetstones to my sons as well. They may need the reminder most of all. False names will only protect them for so long, and in the end they must rely upon their weapons. That is the way of war. I must now attend my brother Anarion, but I will leave you with these tasks and my thanks for their successful completion. Hey, thanks, Shade of Isildur. Love the commentary. I had a bad feeling about that battle with the Storm of Wrath. Okay, so these guys don't look like altogether idle. Anybody seen like a barrel of whetstones around? Oh, there it is. It's a box. I'm standing on it. Okay. Crate of whetstones. Okay. All right. This is the central segment of the chapter. I'm halfway through. It's just midnight now. Let's see how we do. Let's see how far I can get. I would love to get to the end, but I'm not determined. I'm not going to stay up until 3 or something, but I could give it another half hour, see how we do. Serendur, the idol. Who are you? Artur, Prince of Belfalis. I thought so. I was going to say, you look kind of swanny. Uh-huh. Okay. So, you're not as cool as Imrahil, but you're pretty cool.
I have orders for you, soldier.
Nope. Sorry, not me. I'm focused, right? Piles of scraps? No, thank you. Not even interested. Aternil. There you go. Little present for you. It's a hobbit. Habok. No. No. Mm-mm. You're welcome, Makilmar. Ornahair.
I will not spurn the gift.
My blade is as sharp as it was both yesterday, last week, and a month past, but all the same I do not spurn the gift. I do not call for the servants of Sauron to attack, but neither do I enjoy the tedium of this endless calm. I will spend some of today sharpening my sword. Pointless shall be neither the exercise nor the blade, my new friend. Come on, Vamakil. Your dad's yelling at me now. Is this an Arian's camp? Gotta be, right? Rosie, we're hobbits at the siege. I mean, you can see the justification for it, right? The justification for it is that we're told that there were, that all peoples were there, you know, on both sides. So that means, except for the elves, who only fought on the good side, which means there are not only hobbits here in this army, there are also evil hobbits fighting for Sauron, right? I mean, logically, that's what I would kind of expect to find, as unlikely as that. Since we've seen hobbits over here, that's what I would expect to find over there. Okay. Still have to find another couple idle soldiers. Now, personally, I kind of think that when Tolkien wrote that, the business about all of the free peoples, we're not. I don't know really how thoroughgoing he was being there. Okay. Durandil.
Thank you, friend. I will make use of the whetstone and the warning.
Okay. Now watch me take off, man. Wigan doing his Speedy Gonzalez imitation. I expect I'm going back to Veamakil, whom I couldn't have just given a whetstone to the first time around. Oh, no. Yes. I am so correct. I figured he'd get the last one. Dude, your dad's mad.
Thank you for the whetstone and my father's warning, though I needed neither.
Every day seems much like the one before, and the orcs have not dared tangle with our warriors for some time. This is totally Kiryaton, by the way. Just saying. Still, there may be some wisdom in it. I think it may be worthwhile to ensure that everyone who bears a weapon has what he needs to keep it in pristine shape. Yes, my friend, everyone from the lowest soldier to the very highest. Indeed, even my grandsire should not neglect his own weapon. If we need sharpen our blades every morn, I say that even High King Elendil should benefit from his son's advice. Bring a whetstone and my father's warning to my grandsire, King Elendil. You will find him somewhere around Autumnmel, I warrant, and spare not the lecture. Oh. Okay. How did I walk past him like 3 times and not notice him yet? So where's the High King? And would you mind? Could I sharpen Narsil myself? I'd be happy to help. Really would. I mean, that would be cool. I am so gonna give Elendil a talking to here. Okay, I've got to get in there. Where's the door? Guess I went back around the long way. Unless I missed it and I'm looping around it twice. Aha. This way, right? Mm-hmm. Elendil, then not quite as tall as I expected. Looking rugged and battle-stained. Love the flappy helm, though. Oh, and the little flowers on top? Yeah. Very, very confident in your masculinity there. Yeah, the Ithil flags are really cool.
The tedium of the hours is a dangerous foe for an army at rest.
I think he was taller in the flashback. I think so. I would not need 3 guesses to know which of my grandsons sent you to me thus, Guardian. He has spent too long in idleness and forgotten the danger. The tedium of the hours is a dangerous foe for an army at rest, but a forgotten enemy, long accepted, is even more of a threat. I will take this whetstone and thank you for it, but know this. My blade Narsil needs sharpening, but rarely, and I am not lax with its keeping. Let my grandson take these words to heart. A soldier needs sharpening just as his weapon does, and if one is neglected, neither can carry out its work. He should treat the business of war more seriously, and leave the jesting for tavern keepers and stable boys. Find some soldiers with which to train, as a reminder not to let their guard down. Afterwards, convey the words I spoke to my grandson, as well as my displeasure. He has the blood of kings, and should act as such. Yeah, sorry, man. Wasn't really my idea. Oh, yep, there's Narsil. I recognize the hilt. Shouldn't there be more designs on the blade? Like moon and stars and stuff? Sorry, not trying to be grapey or anything, Elendil. Just, you know, sorry. Okay. Anybody want to train with me? No? Okay. Okay, guys. Let's... Oh, here we go. Hey there, soldier of the Great Alliance. Let's train.
My muscles ache already.
But if this is the High King's command, I will not cry off. Wham. Boom. Man, hammer down, I almost one-shotted him. Oh, yeah.
I am ready for you. Hold nothing
Okay.
back.
Oh, sorry.
It is the command of the High King. Let us begin.
Okay. Alright, Famakill. That's how you do it now.
It was only a bit of fun, my friend.
Do not let my grandfather's words sour your day. But look, did you not say you met this elf earlier among the corpses of our enemies and his? He has come now to Adambel on some errand and will be pleased to speak with you. Give him a whetstone. Magaldir nods at you pleasantly.
I will take a whetstone, and gladly. My own sword could use the sharpening.
Let it not be said that I took poor care of Orthadel, the rising star. I have a feeling like I should remember that. For in return he might take poor care of me. Elf soldiers, like those of other races, must keep their weapons and their wits as sharp as they can. That has always been my experience, and I wonder if it has been yours. Okay. Well preserved indeed. Twice the finesse, more vitality, 30% more might. Yeah, okay.
It is no accident that brought me hither.
No, indeed. I came here seeking you, for I have been given an errand for which you might be well suited. These two eyes have the keen sight of my people, but the eyes of one such as you might pick up something I miss, and your skills turn aside the anger of whatever we find. I was sent to scout the southern reaches at the behest of Glorfindel, leader of the Glanothrim, the Bright Company. They have devoted themselves to combating the evils of old that linger still in Middle-earth. Oh, do not mistake me. I do not belong to that esteemed group. What is he? He's a Balrog hunter? But I tell you true. If an elf of the Bright Company asks you to do something, only a fool or a coward would refuse, and I deem myself neither. It is my belief that Glorfindel plans their next step, and the information I return to him could prove crucial. Will you aid me in this? Magaldir smiles and raises Orthadel in salute. It shall be a fine hunt, my friend. Let us patrol to the east of this encampment, skirting the northern face of Amon-Amarth, and slay whatever foes mischance to cross our paths. There is a location I would have us scout, and once I am satisfied we have not missed anything, I will make my report to Glorfindel. Okay, we've got find the location, defeat foes, 10 of them, and talk to Magaldir on the northern slope of Amon-Amarth. Okay. Sure. East of Adambel. What is the ring up by Amanfuin for? No idea. Alright. Orthadel, huh? Okay, so Let us go. Yep, we're 11.6 now. Soon we're going to be 2/3 of the way through chapter 11. I hate to stop. Okay, a couple wargs. Let's see, I wonder if these crows count. Yeah, it did. Here, who are you? You look like an Easterling. Am I supposed to find you yet? No? You've turned your back and pointedly ignored me. Yep, can't even click on you. And bam. Oh, these guys look fun. A plateau of Ankh. Find the location east of Autumnbell that Nagaldir wishes to scout. It's got to be this one, right? How many foes do I need? Here's an Easterling defector. Really? Oh look, Oathbreakers. I can't believe it. A fell spirit. A white. And a fallen soldier white. A bunch of undead dudes up here. What are we scouting for exactly? And would it happen to be undead dudes? So here's Mount Doom, huh?
Now let us see what we might spy from the height.
Nagaldir peers into the distance, looking west, north, and east from the slope of Amanamarth. I do not know if this information will aid the Bright Company after all, for all is quiet, and there is little movement upon the plain. Is there some fell reason for this calm, or does Sauron tire of his war as we do? I do not like this uncertainty, friend. See you there the great fortress across the plain? That is Amon Fuin, the Gloom Hill, and it is a den of evil. I do not like it, but I tell you true that I like the quiet of Parth Dynath, even less if that were possible. If you are willing, I would ask you to come with me to Echad and Elio, where we can report of this to Glorfindel. It may be he will know what to make of this unpleasant stillness. That's near where we found Aiglos, isn't it? I know. Let's gallop hectically across field and plain until we get there. Does that sound like fun? Yeah. Okay, and break our ankles while doing it. You got it, Wayward Limp! Wayward Limp! Limp faster! The little crew scurrying together. Alright, let's just go down the road here. Still limping, aren't we? That shelf was a little higher up than I expected. No, maybe we're not limping. It's not a broken ankle. That means, yeah, I revived from the dead still fairly recently. I know a shortcut. There we go. Yeah, it was I know it's not up there in this camp, but it was around here. Ahoy there, stable master.
Ask for you, soldier.
Okay. Okay, the dwarf banner. It was the primary encampment of the elves in Mordor for the long years of the siege. That's dead Isildur speaking, I assume. Hmm. Whose camps are these? Lothlorien, presumably.
We have arrived, and now I must deliver my report.
I do wish we had something of substance to tell Glorfindel, but no scout can decide what it is he finds. Let me know when you are ready. Oh, I am so ready. Let's go meet Glorfindel.
This way,
again.
friend.
May Glorfindel know what to make of this unpleasant stillness.
Glorfindel and the Bright Company have accomplished many heroic feats in service of High King Gil-galad. But
Yeah.
be not overawed. I have found them friendly and approachable, both.
Me too. Well, not Gil-galad, but... Glorfindel will be glad to meet you, and he will hear my report. Whether this strange inaction of Sauron's servants will be as pleasing, I cannot say. I myself am troubled by it, but do not lead the Bright Company. Glorfindel will know more than either of us, I expect. Do we get to meet Gil-galad? I think we do. Hail, Glorfindel. I am called Magaldir. I am one of the scouts you dispatched some few days ago. I have brought you my report. Yes, I remember. I welcome your report. But who is this? No, it's a Lindelin. Where's Gil-galad? Oh, I won't keep Glorfindel waiting. It is good to meet you, friend Guardian, for in war all friendships must be prized. I am the captain of the Glenothrym, the Bright Company, and we are tasked by High King Gil-galad to undertake some of the most dangerous missions on behalf of elvenkind. You have not heard of us, I imagine. That is good, for none of us expect or desire glory. All we seek is the defeat of evil wherever it lies. It lies now in Mordor. We are few in number, but that does not cause us to shrink from danger. Rather does it cause us to rely upon our fellows and draw courage from their strength. Meet you now Lendelin, closest and wisest of my counselors. Watch him closely, for he shares our purpose, but possesses more wisdom than any elf I have known. He is my trusted confidant and a dear friend. Boy, I bet your face is covered with blushes, isn't it? Glorfindel speaks glowingly of my wisdom, but he boasts overmuch. I seek only the destruction of evil, and take no praise for myself. If there is glory to be had, divide it among every member of the Bright Company, and give no greater a portion to one elf or another. Yes, at the lighthouse of Calaterion, I spoke the words that shattered Sauron's control over the Vandasar, and perched atop the Vandasar perched atop the tower. Tell me more, but I could not have reached it without the others of the company. Give the praise to all or none, dear Glorfindel. I think you seek to avoid your own share and give too much of it to others. Hold a moment, Isildur, Gandalf interrupts. Cease thy storytelling. Oh, we interrupt this program. Oh, man. Gandalf. Come on. Why has the old man interrupted the telling of my tale? Does he desire to hear no more of it? It was only at your behest and his that I began to speak of this sorrowful time, and if he did not intend to let me finish, he should never have had me start. Dude, Gandalf, I was doing well over here. Glorfindel, do you remember meeting this guardian of whom the Shade speaks? I do, my friend, but only a little. Didn't make a very big impression, right? Understandable. And Maggle, dear? Indeed. You just like getting confirmation? Why then have you not spoken of them before? Many are the events in life that seem of importance only when they pass, Gandalf. And now you're hindering the story. Perhaps. Come on, Gandalf, seriously. Magaldir and the Guardian did not belong to the Bright Company. I saw them but little. There is something else in the Shade's tale that troubles me. Okay. This word you mentioned, Vandasar, thank you. What is its meaning? Ah, yeah, I wanted to hear that part of the story, too. The Vandasari were the oath stones of Numenor. Okay. I am not surprised you do not know of the Vandasari, for they were treasures brought from Numenor to Middle-earth by my father and brother long ago. They had pet rocks too? 7 only survived the realm's fall, but 7 was enough, and indeed would prove to be too many. They were the Oath Stones, and they were set upon the borders of the kingdoms we founded, 3 in Arnor and 4 in Gondor, to make peace with the tribes that lived nearby. Man, those boats must have just been, like, laden to the gills with rocks. These were the Oath Stones of Arnor. Helcassar of Forachel, pale blue. Taurasar of Rudaur, pale green. Ambassar of Cardolan, red-brown. These were the Oath Stones of Gondor. Landasar of Rovanion, golden brown. Orasar of Erech, deep black. Ah ha ha! Your own pet rock, right? Right? Irasar of Harad, clear crystal. Oh, right, the crystal one down in Umbar. Yeah, cool. Naldasar of Rhûn, white silver. There was a power in them, but it was Sauron's malice that turned vows sworn upon an oath stone into bonds of enslavement. The Oathbreakers. Yeah, okay. Oh, very clever. Very clever. He searched for the Vandasari, attempting to weaken our alliances and subvert them for his own ends. He found Irasar, The crystal oath stone my brother Anarion set atop the lighthouse of Calaterian at the harbour of Veolonde, and with his dark arts he used it to compel the service of the Haradrim. While we worked to assemble the Great Alliance, it was the Bright Company that journeyed to Umbar and broke Sauron's control over Irasar and the enslaved Haradrim. This ensured the Great Alliance need not contend with an army from the south when it reached Dagorlad, which might have proven insurmountable. Yeah, now you know why they needed 9 ships, even though there was only like 3 of them, right? So many rocks. What brought they from the foundered land, Gandalf murmurs quietly, over the flowing seas? 7 stars and 7 stones and 1 white tree. The wizard shakes his head and fixes you with his stern eyes. I always believed the 7 stones referred to by this rhyme of lore were the Palantiri, the seeing stones that Elendil brought from Numenor to these shores. Can it be that the Palantiri were the stars of the rhyme, and the Vandasari were the stones? How can I not have known this, Wiggend? What strange fog has clouded my knowledge on their account? And yet these oath stones have no place in my memory. I have no memory of this place. Was this the last of the interruptions I must endure? I will continue my tale if all agree to still their tongues. Sorry, sir. Won't happen again, sir. Celeborn. Okay. All right, first things first. Let us look at banners. What do we got here? Okay, so we've got the dwarves. We know that one. We've got Linden, right? Gilgalad's standard with the stars. This must be Lothlorien with the trefoil leaf. And that would make this Orifer, right? Of Mirkwood? Amroth! No way! I feel like, getting you a pair of water wings or something, man. Amroth, I mean, he looks reasonably buoyant. Celeborn. Looking young. My goodness. Amroth. So cool. Who's this? Oh, that's all? Okay, hang on a second, Gorfindo. I'm afraid I'm in an instance, right? Yeah, I'm in an instance. So I'm worried that if I talk to you, I'll get sent out of the instance. So I'm just going to look around. What's up with the little... Is there a little flet on top? I don't understand the top of those tents. They're little weather vanes? Are they ventilation shafts? Okay, who's down here? Thranduil! Yeah, I was right. That is Mirkwood. Hey, Thranduil, where's your dad? Did he already die? He already died, didn't I? That was an insensitive question, wasn't it? Yeah, you're wearing a crown, so Orifer's already dead. He died on the Dagorlad. Yeah, sorry about that. Just a few little flowers, right? Your leaf crown will be cooler. Little prophecy on my part. Okay, nobody... We're not going to get, what's his name? Like Haldir or somebody? I don't think... No famous dwarves down here, right? Nah. Okay. Looking at the outfits of the guards there. Okay. All right, sorry, Gil-galad. I'm here.
We must not let Sauron's inaction lull us to sleep.
I welcome any assistance you can provide, Guardian, not just to the Bright Company, but to the Great Alliance as well. We must not let Sauron's inaction lull us to sleep. Indeed, let us renew our attention and maintain our guard, and perhaps we will catch unawares the Dark Lord himself. He is a singular evil, for every command comes from Barad-dûr. When to attack, when to retreat, when to mask his intention. Against this stands our alliance, and its strength comes from the unity of our separate peoples. It is Gil-galad's belief that Sauron will try to sever those bonds, and in so doing he will reveal our greatest weakness and strike at our vulnerability. But instead he has pulled back his hand, abandoning all pretense of engaging us in serious combat. It puzzles me that the Dark Lord has drawn his forces back in this fashion. What is he planning?
Rare is the puzzle we three cannot solve.
It is a mystery to me and to Gil-galad and to Lendelin, my closest advisor. Rare is the puzzle we three cannot solve, Guardian, and that by itself is worrisome. Nageldir is not the only scout who has reported stillness on the plateau of Gorgoroth. I possess a number of such reports now, and each tells a similar tale. Fewer enemy patrols than before, and a reduction in the number of foes assaulting the encampments of men or elves. I will inform Gil-galad of these reports, but I ask that you bring word to the leaders of Gondor. I understand Elendil is in council, and I would not have him disturbed. But if you bring these reports to one of his sons, they will deliver word to him when he is free. Seek out Isildur or Anarion at Adambel. I am troubled by these reports, but cannot say precisely why. Perhaps the sons of Elendil can pinpoint the reason behind my worry, and speak such words as will abate it. Okay. That's the antepenultimate quest. So I guess the instance ended when I came back. Because I was totally in an instance. Okay. Back to Adambel.
I have orders for you, soldier.
Man. So close. Can't stop now, though. 3 quests before the end? I can make it. All right. Okay. Yes, Rosie, I did remember my allies. We spent a scintillating half an hour, purchasing new traceries and everything. And actually, since then, man, Wiggin has been unstoppable. I mean, totally. He's just been mowing things down. I barely even have to use any of my fighting traits anymore. It's true, we did have that delay. Dude, where am I going? What is Anarion hanging out? I didn't see Anarion yet. Is Anarion hanging out way out here? Anarion. Okay. Pro tip. Bigger helmet. Yeah. Oh, duh. I was just about to, I was like, he's got an axe too. Why are Isildur and Anarion both carrying axes? So that they look like the Argonath, of course. That's kind of cute.
Only together can we defeat the will of Sauron.
Yes? How came a man of Gondor to be in possession of reports from Glorfindel of the Elves? Have you not your own duties to perform, your own captain to follow? Anarian's stern visage suddenly melts away, and his expression becomes merry. Nay, friend, I mean rather that you might serve as an example to some who might forget. Only together can we defeat the will of Sauron. I see frustration in the faces of my men. How could I not after 7 years of siege? But your coming today is a reminder that unlike Sauron, we are not alone. We stand together against him. Men, elves, dwarves. Aye, all the peoples of Middle-earth have joined hands to oppose his evil. This endless waiting cannot last, no matter how certain it seems it must. Tell me, Guardian, what words you bring from Glorfindel of the Elves. You relay the reports of Glorfindel's scouts, and Anarian listens to your words with increasing excitement. I too have noticed fewer attacks of late, but I thought little of it. Now I wonder, can it be that Sauron's resolve has been tested by the long years of siege? His allies are not allies at all, but servants only. His domination of their spirit can be no substitute for the bonds of friendship formed in battle, like those we formed with the elves and the others of our alliance. I draw hope from these reports, and see in them a sign that our victory must soon be at hand. There are soldiers in the field of battle east of Autumnbell, nearer to the Dark Tower. Find them and relay to them this message. Sauron nears the end of his resolve, and a renewed assault may break the morale of his defenders. I ask also that you slay whatever servants of Sauron and vile beasts you find on your way. Let every success sing the tale of the victory that surely approaches. Okay, bring Anarian's message to Martore. Bring Anarian's message to what? Tumbometar? Okay, bring Anarian's message to Astundor. Defeat beasts and etc. and miscellaneous mobs. 16 of them. Okay, no problem. We can still do it. It is getting late, but that's okay. Okay, first I will defeat the 16 guys. That should only be 4 combats if I do it right. I'm going to go along on a straight line towards them until I'm kiting 4 guys. 1, 2. Oh, I don't kite the Crabine. 3. No, that's only 2. No, I lost 1. Okay, that's 2. These timorous mobs. I'm not going to stop if they're not closer together than that. One dude standing down by himself. Can I get like a nice orc camp? With like 16 of them I could do in 2 shots? I'm gonna speed through this empty territory here. Come on now. There's gotta be a more efficient place to fight these dudes. I could just go into Emon Fuin, I guess. Maybe I'll approach it. There's got to be like more of them guarding the way in and such, right? Probably. But this is segment 7. Yeah, we're at 122. I'm only 1 level up now. Oh, hang on. Speaking of XP. 2. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Here, who are you? Who are these dudes? Random guards? How about these 2 trolls, huh? Or this crow. Alright, that was 6. Where did those guards come from? Who are they? Random Gondorian captain and defenders just out here in the wild. Okay. That was good, though. 6 at once. More or less at once. Ooh, hey, look, it's a camp. Yes. An as orcish a place as ever I've seen. Uh-oh. Defeat enemies? Well, I was gonna do that. Probably won't defeat that many, though. Got some goblins and 1 orc. Seriously? This whole complex and there's only 3 of them? Destroyed cages? Were there any, oh, there were supplies down here. Now, I'm not getting distracted because I mean, obviously, I never leave the path. But as this is in my path, again, I'm just saying that it's, you know, okay. How many was that? 9, huh? No, I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. Not going to muck around in this camp. Because I could keep going in the correct direction. And here's an enemy stronghold, like right here. 1 black Numenorian. 3 black Numenorians. Hey guys. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, you want to do this? Boom! Oh, you didn't see that coming, did you? I didn't even get to hammer down. Nope. Not even interested. Okay. 12, huh? Got another pair. Oh, yeah, I got a bunch here. Come with me. Are there some up here? But there are. Oh, yes. Come here. Let's finish this in one shot. Who are these guys? More. Oh, sorcerers, really? Okay. Boom. And that one guy ran away. Okay, did I get him? Yes, I did. All right. Now we go back to... Oh, who are they? Mordorim. Cultists, huh? Good thing I'm not really curious about this place. Still kind of offended that guy ran away, but... Drowsnake, yeah, I was at Scarhold, the very, very beginning of... Like at the threshold of Scarhold. Okay, so now I'm just going to ride straight to the dudes, ignoring everybody. Just going to make a beeline, ignoring everything, including irregularities of terrain. Except maybe I won't ignore, like, channels of lava that cross. As I recall, there's some of those. A ruin. How curious. I mean, not that I'm curious, because obviously I'm not curious. Who's still chasing me? A white. Boom. Oh, and an archer? Seriously? Come on. You might want to move out of the AoE. There you go.
You say you bring a message from King Anarion?
I do. Deliver it, friend, for I am his to command. You tell Martori that Anarion believes Sauron nears the end of his resolve, and a renewed assault upon the part of the Great Alliance may bring an end to the war. It is my heart's wish that the king guesses right, but this is not the first day I've heard this hope-giving voice, Governor. I think it more likely that Sauron prepares some new weapon to unleash upon us. Still, I would not abandon my duty. I will fight on. For Anarion and for Isildur, for Gondor. Yeah, I don't even ask. At this point, I don't even know. Oh, good, they're going to expire soon. Okay. Oh, man, yeah. Grifflet, he's going to leave. Nope. He will never pass by a page of text lying on the path and not explore it. He will leave no leaf unturned. Okay. Oh, what a lovely little pool. Is that guy hitting himself in the face with his clubs? He is. Well, I'll leave you to it. Here we are. Terbometar.
What message brings you hither? Good tidings or ill?
You tell Tumbometar that Anarion believes the war may soon be ended if the soldiers of the Alliance remain steadfast. He grimaces. So, neither good nor ill, then, for I hear nothing new in the king's words. He has my love and my respect, for my loyalty is to both Elendil's sons and the kingdom they made on these shores, but I have seen no sign of the end of the siege as any nearer now than it was these past few years. King Anarion is a good man, but I see in him the desire of all soldiers to welcome the onset of peace at the slimmest of portents. It fell to him to defend the borders of Gondor, while his brother traveled north to gather the Great Alliance. Anarion has been fighting this war longer than many of us, and he must feel the weariness of it as keenly as any soldier of Gondor. I hope he is right that it will soon be ended, but I will lay no wager upon it. I hear you, man. You're totally, like, no spoilers or anything, but, like, you're totally right. Oh, look, a res circle. Hey, where are you, dude? Oh. Are you dead? Oh, dear. Even were the war to end tomorrow, it would not matter to the dead. It was like a spectrum of, like, increasing hopelessness. Return to Anarion. Okay. Okay. Where was the stable master? It was right here.
Listen well to my orders.
Okay. We'll find an Aryan. That'll be the end of quest number 7. There'll be 2 more. Do chapter 12 as well? No way. I cannot. I don't think I physically can, actually. I have had a week this week, and I am dropping, or I will be. No way I could do chapter 12. I'm gonna get to the end of chapter 11. I'm determined. But yes, I have not had much sleep this week. I've been thinking about it quite a bit, actually. My brother and I had been called away, summoned to an urgent council. Yeah, all week I've been thinking about it. I'm like, oh man, I'm going to be a mess at the marathon on Saturday. Because I was getting so little sleep.
I came here to find you and bring you back with me.
My foster father and King Anarian have been summoned to an urgent council, and they would not tell me the reason. It may be nothing, or it may not, but this is not the matter that brought me here. I came here to find you and bring you back with me. Do you remember what my brothers and I discussed with you? A curious number of soldiers had vanished from their posts in recent weeks, not simply while on patrol, but also from within the safety of our own encampments. Deserters, Ornaher thought, but the rest of us were not so sure. Well, now we have discovered evidence that these vanished soldiers might not have succumbed to cowardice at all. Let us go to Dingarth at once to meet with Veamikil, and you will hear what he told me. It may be that together we can solve this mystery, and if we act quickly, we may save some lives as well. It would be nice to... Okay. Where's the stable master? Yep. I need the stable master. Around this way, yeah? Yes.
Look upon the battlefield. We shall soon be there.
Yep, a bonus session. It would be nice. It would be nice. I will see what I can do. Hard to make promises right now. I have many other promises to keep as well, but we'll see what we can do. Where is he? There he is. I'm excited for chapter 12. Chapter 11's been fantastic.
We are near to solving the mystery of our vanished soldiers.
Okay. I trust Tarndil told you we might be near to solving the mystery. Yes, it is true. How can I say these were no mere deserters? Veamikil raises an eyebrow, barely able to mask a grin. We have an onlooker, a guardian, someone who could spy upon the latest disappearance without being seen. Someone who is beneath notice. One of the Holbutlan. She saw everything. Aha. Veamikil's bribing boots, huh? Okay. Bribing boots. These boots are made for bribing.
Who is this secret onlooker?
Her name is Tuka. She is the matriarch of the Holbutlan. Okay. Probably a Falahide, right? Her folk are known for their skill at the art of stealth, and in this case she has seen something of great interest to us and to the Alliance. Find her here in the Dingarth, and hear her story complete. She told me but a portion of it, and I tell you it was enough for me to know we need hear it all. Tuka, huh? As long as she's not a fool of a Tuka.
I will tell you what I told them, and may the information be of use to you.
My people are often underestimated by the big folk, and for that reason we can go where they might not, and remain below the notice of unobservant eyes. It is a useful skill, and one we have put to use in the fight against Sauron and his armies. Let no one say the Halbertlan have not lived up to their word or carried their share of the war's burden. I was walking in the night air, looking forward to the comfort of sleep, when I heard the voice of a man of Gondor. His words were low and indistinct. It took me some time to find the speaker. He was stretched out upon his bedroll, like many other soldiers sleeping nearby, but unlike these he muttered in his sleep. He sat up all of a sudden, giving me quite a fright, but I greeted him, but he saw me not. Judging from his speech, he thought he heard a woman's voice he recognized, that of a sweetheart from home, seemingly. He walked out of the camp, stepping over the bodies of his sleeping fellows. By now my curiosity was well and truly wakened, and I followed him at a safe distance. Outside the camp, far from the guards or the light of the torches, he was attacked and subdued by a pair of Mordorim. They were well armed with dangerous-looking knives. I dared not risk making myself known, so I could not rescue him, but I did follow them for a time. They got too near to Amonfuin, and I had to give up the pursuit, but I knew I needed to tell someone what I saw. These Mordorim used some trickery to lure him from the safety of the camp. Who can say what evils awaited him within Amonfuin? That is all I know. But Amonfuin is well defended, and even the sons of Isildur should beware of that place. Good thing their, changed names has totally preserved the secrecy of their identities.
Tuka's words make it clear.
The missing soldiers were not cowardly deserters. Nay, they were ensorcelled by the cultists of Sauron we call the Mordorim, and brought to Amonfuin, the Gloom Hill, for some fell purpose. They may still be alive. My father is in council, and there is no one else to attempt a rescue. You must help me and my brothers save these missing men. Ornaher pauses, his expression conflicted. I must tell you something, friend, and I beg you to keep it in confidence. It is this. We should not ask my foster brother Tarandil to accompany us on this errand. Like my older brother Melduran and my cousin Mineldil, good old cousin Mineldil, Tarandil was born in Numenor, where he was given the birth name Adunzagar. Mineldil, I believe, trivia question, was the one that Tolkien said was the last guy born in Numenor, I think. Where he was given the birth name Adunzagar. His father, his real father, mind you, oh goody, was a cruel man named Urizagar, the Sword of the Sun. He was a captain general of the fleet, and he worshipped at Sauron's altar. I figured. He wished for his son Adunzagar to follow him on his evil path, but his wife wanted only happiness for her son. Abrazani, she was called, and she was a friend in childhood to Isildur and Anarion. She pleaded for them to take her son with them on the ships and escape that doom. But Abrazani was betrayed by the servants of Urizagar, and when the great wave sank Numenor beneath the sea, Abrazani perished. But in this, at least, let the wife of cruel Urizagar find happiness, for her son Adunzagar escaped on the ships to Middle-earth, and when they arrived safely on these shores, my father took him as his ward. To protect the boy from suspicions of good folk and Sauron's evil servants alike, he set aside Adunzagar's birth name. Henceforth he was called Tarandil, foster son to the king, and for all my life I knew him as an older brother. He has my love and always will. Unless, he betrays us all to death. Ornaher looks away, sorrow etched upon his face. He drags his booted toe in the dirt. When he faces you again, his expression has hardened. He is my brother in all things, friend, save blood. It is not Isildur's blood that runs through his veins, but that of Urizagar. His father worshipped at the altar of Sauron. What if that weakness lies within Tarandil, even today? Those Mordorim are cultists of Sauron, and I fear my foster brother might succumb to their whispers, their temptations, where the rest of us would not. Keep this in confidence, and tell Tarandil none of this, but return to Veamakil with Tuka's wisdom and my own. We must rescue these soldiers of Gondor, But if the Mordarim are involved, we should not involve my foster brother in this adventure. Okay. Yeah, Sapphiru, let's do one last raffle. Well do I remember the words of Abrazani. Even now they move me to pity and to grief. Okay, yeah. So let's do one more Return to Moria giveaway, shall we? One more giveaway code for Return to Moria. Okay, Veamakil.
You see, it is as I thought all along.
Soldiers of Gondor have been ensorcelled by the Mordarim, and it is up to us to save them if we can. You and I will do this, with Ornaher at our side. Good. 2 people with total plot armor. We will leave Tarandil behind. There is no need to wake him, not so near to his birthday. What's that? Tuka thinks it would be foolhardy for us to brave Amanfuin? Well, I thank her for her stealth, but her wisdom she can keep. You need not fear to go with us. Ornaher and I are of Isildur's bloodline, friend, and we will protect you. Dude.
Make your preparations, and tell me when you are ready to depart.
Gotcha. Outside of Barad-dûr, the Gloom Hill of Amanfuin is one of the last places still held by Sauron. We must not fear it, but we should be prepared for anything. I'm ready. Here it comes. The final instance. All right. On my way towards 124, halfway to 124. Still a level and a half ahead of the limit here.
You are ready? Then let us be off.
Not the limit, but
and
the
quietly.
quest. We can be as loud as we like when we return victorious, but for departure, silence is our ally. Okay.
All is quiet, and our victory will soon be at hand. And to think you doubted this would be easy.
Yeah, I never doubted it. I just came in here all by myself. All is quiet, but do not trust the stillness. There will be lookouts up ahead, and we should dispatch them quickly before they can raise the alarm. Should I do so by yelling very loudly? That's my plan. It's this way, guys. All of your allies must survive. Every ally you've ever had. You know, I know I said it was quiet, but this is curiously so. What are we looking at, guys? Where are the guards? Where are the true warriors? I know this place was lousy with black Numenorians when I was here last. I expected trolls. Hi, brother. Wait, someone comes. Not within the camp, but without. Magoldir. It is that elf. Hail, Magoldir. I saw you from afar, my friend, and came to lend you any assistance that you might require. And this, too, a warning against this course. Was this excursion to Amanfuin your idea, or that of the sons of Isildur? It is true that there is less activity here than there was of late, but Amanfuin is still a place of evil, and will not be undefended. This seems to me an unwise course, and I beg you convince these two to turn back, for the Great Alliance will be the worse for it, should something befall them. What do you say, guys? Magoldir's warning is well-intentioned, but you must understand that we cannot allow good soldiers of the Alliance to remain in torment within Amanfuin. We have no choice. It is up to Isildur's sons to save them, and we will not shrink from that purpose. He fears no darkness. Oh dear. Well, so we're fearing no darkness, Magoldir, but you don't have to come. That was unexpected. Magoldir hefts his sword. I suppose we need to follow them. Their father would not look kindly upon us were we to abandon them now, although it seems to this observer that they were the ones who abandoned us. Even so, this is our duty. Hey, you consider me your melon? I'm honored. Okay. I'll go in front, huh? What quests we got? Again? Fine, you know what? Fine. I'll just collect the quests. Just to get them off the screen. I can't even see them from here. I'm in an instance. That's weird. Not just orcs, but Mortarim too. Yeah, I more or less knew that. That's kind of the whole point of why we came, really. Boy, these guys are wimps. Oh, shouting, huh? Did it sound like this? Oh, here we go. Found him. Oh, this looks like a party. Urudani, Stone Maiden. Are you prepared to die, Mortarim Rich? Be cautious, my friends. That is Urudani, Stone Maiden, and she is most deadly. Yeah, she kind of is. The elf has heard of me. You would be wise to heed his warning. Well, that doesn't mean we're not going to throw down. Where are the soldiers you abducted? What soldiers are those? The men who come to Sauron's service come willingly. As do we all. Yeah, Sauron is really known for that. Kill them for Sauron. Okay. Can we move this along a little bit? Yeah, truly your lackeys were no match for us. Those orcs, you think, will prove too much for us. Bring me their heads. We're right here. Yeah, Sauron must have a very convincing marketing team. You're right. I'm not dying for some Gurzul witch. Sure, I hear you. Because, like, yeah, they're a little more sensible. So, what do you say, huh? Well, Urudani, what have you to say now? A pox on them. I did not need those cowards before, and I do not need them now. I will slay you myself and exult in your demise. No, you're not. Farewell, Urudani, your life is at its end. Somehow I don't think that's true. Really? Magaldir's gonna spare her? That was the problem, eh? But she lives and should not. Well, that's reasoning, I guess. I will remedy that now, Ornaher, fear not. Beamikil, stay the killing blow. Or maybe not? She poses no further threat. Well, I seek no mercy. What, she's like, I don't get a vote in this? Magaldir, she is evil. Killing her now would make us no better than orcs. Fool. Oh. You will rue the day you did not slay Urudani, Stone Maiden. Kinda true, Magaldir. Ah, seriously, Magaldir. Mercy must never be a mistake, Theamakil. Well, she's gone. And our missing soldiers are beyond our help. Why? We just gotta find them. That's what we came here for. Seriously? Seriously. We're just giving up now. I hate to leave without the success for which we hoped, but I see no other choice, other than, like, actually looking for people. There is no sign of our missing soldiers, and from the words of Uradani Stone Maiden, I fear we are not likely to see them again. Magaldir should not have had us spare her. If she works some mischief upon the works of the Great Alliance, it will be upon his head and no other. Let us leave this place, friend. It's not safe to remain here. True. Hey, Tarindale.
Where have you been? I have been looking everywhere for you.
It's quite unlike my brothers to disappear without saying a word to me. I feared some evil had come for them. Tarindale shakes his head. I should choose my words more carefully. The evil comes not just for them, but for all of us. My eldest brother has ridden from the gates of Mordor with fell tidings. To protect his kinship with the kings during the war, he has taken the name Melderon. Yeah, I know. But I fear the safety that has given him might be soon exhausted. Find him at Ram Ridus and learn what has happened. Did we hope the war would soon be ended? What fools we were. I think the end does come, but not in the form we wished. Alas for the Great Alliance. Okay, that's what I'm talking. Oh, it's right there. Just like literally up the road right there. Okay. Who's this? Arnahar? Faratur? Okay. Hey there, Elendur. I mean Melderon. Oh, I like the golden little crown hat thing. Good morning, Matthias. Almost done. Coming to the very end of chapter 11 here.
You are friend to my brothers. You are friend then to me.
Though we have no time to spend in greeting. I rode hard from the gate, but my errand is not yet finished. Need drives me and will not let me rest, for I must bring my report to my father the king. This is my message. The Longbeards and the Teuda of the north that stood against the Runhoth have suffered a crushing defeat. The Easterling horde was greater by far than we thought. Our allies have been utterly defeated. They were to be our shield against this second army, but now the shield has fallen and we lie exposed to the storm of wrath. The Khaza Boron is on its way. Dun, dun,
I was at
dun.
the Morannon when the wounded began to arrive.
Boom. Boom. Finished with chapter 11. Whew. The end. Did it. Over by a little more than an hour, but not so bad. So look at that. We did, if you count the prologue as a separate chapter, we did 4.5 chapters today. Starting halfway through chapter 8 and getting all the way to the end of chapter 11. Didn't actually see Minas Morgul, but got further than Minas Morgul. I mean, here we are at Mount Doom, for crying out loud. So next comes the Siege of Barad-dûr. Then we will head into Minas Morgul. All right. Okay. Well, I've got, what, 3.5 to 4? I mean, that's a pretty long go to finish the Black Book of Mordor. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. I'm not going to make any promises because I don't know what's going to be possible. But, all right. Awesome. Well, let's do the final drawing. So the final drawing we're going to do is for another bonus code for the Return to Moria. So we can go ahead and close that here in just a moment. All right. And let's see who wins. Hamid Silvertoe. All right. Congratulations. Excellent. Druid's Fire can send you a whisper with that. All right. Very good. Well, it's been a fun 13 hours. We've gotten a lot accomplished here. I had no idea that this was going to happen. This extended flashback. Like I had heard that there was a flashback thing, but I thought it was going to be just like the prologue sequence of the, well, not just like, but like the scope of the prologue sequence for the High Elf, race. And I had no idea it was going to be like whole chapters on end. This is so cool. So, okay, anyway, next time we're going to lay siege to Barad-dûr, and it's going to be awesome. Yeah. How did you manage to not spill the beans on that one? Well, it helps that I'm pretty oblivious, actually. That's really a big help. Anyway, yeah. Cool. All right, can I get my last probably unnecessary craft items? And definitely unnecessary Traveler's Steel-bound loot boxes. All right. Very good. Thank you all so much. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining me on this 4-part marathon here today. I've really enjoyed it. I'm starting to lose my voice, so it's probably just as well. And I will look forward to connecting with you guys again at the very least. I'll be back for my Grifflet stream soon. Not this coming Friday, actually, not for a couple weeks, because I've got Thanksgiving this next week and then Bayou Moot in New Orleans the week after that. But after that, I'll be back for a couple Fridays. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you guys later. Bye now.